Hello, everyone. Welcome back to It's a Wonderful podcast for a very special questions special. I mean, the Q&A
Yeah.
question specials are always our favourite time of the month, Janine. We always say that. But for some strange reason, we've decided this month for our July Q&A special, looking at all your answers from the questions posed on the Tom Cruise and Doomsday Movies series on Morgan Hasn't Seen and It's a Wonderful Podcast, the main show, respectively. We have decided to do this as a live stream this month,
Yes.
which is very exciting. We obviously usually have a pretty casual chat on a question special anyway, so we thought it would just be really the most appropriate thing to do as a live
Yeah.
stream. We always used to enjoy doing live streams here and there for various things, so why not for this as well?
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see whether it works. So if we're a bit even more casual than normal today, maybe we'll get people popping up in the chat at some point. We may be talking to. You'll have to get used to that, and we'll have to get used to it as well.
Yeah.
It's something we're a little bit out of practice on, but I, as always, Janine, am excited to get into all these answers, as I'm sure you are too.
Yes, we had some fun questions, I think, for these two series. And yeah, I mean, our question specials tend to just be a very casual and rambly. So, what better format to do that in than a live? So, we're trying it. We're seeing if it works out, if it feels more natural to do it this way. And if we get some interaction, that might be kind of fun as well. So, yeah, let's just get into it.
Yeah, and look, this is going on the It's a Wonderful Podcast YouTube channel, of course, which is
Mhm.
not typical or typically where the Q&A specials do go. They are just on the podcast feed itself. This will also go on the podcast feed, obviously not live. It will be
Yeah.
up in a couple of days on the podcast feed, but it will be the exact same unedited nonsense you will be getting today if you happen to be here watching it on
Yeah.
this stream. We may also be live on Instagram at the moment as well. I'm not quite certain whether that's worked or not.
Yeah.
So please do let me know, anybody that does come in from there. Maybe if it hasn't worked, I may have to look a bit more into exactly how to get that to work, because I
Yeah.
thought I had it worked. There's a little tick mark in the top corner that tells me it is
It
working.
is. Yeah.
So I don't know without going to Instagram myself, and I don't want to mess up the whole
Yeah.
the echo, the whole weird watching yourself on a stream while doing
Yeah, we're
something.
already trying new things. I don't think we wanna, risk it.
Yeah, we don't want to go silly with it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
obviously we'll be getting into our answers first. We are, I do promise you, going to be quick with this one, because we're not typically quick with this one. We do have somebody in
No.
the chat as well. Hello, C1 Media
Hi.
in the chat.
Hello.
But we are going to be quick with our answers to our questions
Yes.
this month before getting into all of yours, because we do have a lot. They were 2 5-week series, Janine, weren't they?
Yes.
They were both five movies each. So no doubt we will have a lot of great answers to 10 podcast questions from all our lovely It's a Wonderful Podcast listeners. Let's get into it then. Let's go.
All right. So our first podcast question for July was in our Tom Cruise series for the movie Magnolia. So we asked, what's one of your favorite interconnected plot movies? And my answer was Crazy Stupid Love.
I do like Crazy Stupid Love. That's a great
Yeah.
answer, actually. I've
Yeah.
probably gone a bit boring with mine and just said Pulp Fiction, even though it's probably, in truth, Magnolia.
I mean,
After
yeah.
having watched Magnolia.
Oh, I
It's a
love
much
hearing
better,
that. Okay.
it's a better movie. I think it's
Yeah.
a better movie. It's been a long time since I've watched Pulp Fiction. It's a
I
bit
know, me too.
unfashionable to like Tarantino these days.
At the moment, yeah,
So,
yes. No, it's a fair
but
pick.
it's
I mean, I
obviously
think
a very good movie.
Yes, yes, it is. Then we had for It's a Wonderful Podcast, the first movie we did for the Doomsday series was On the Beach, where people know that they're going to die. So
Yeah.
the question was, what's one of your favorite films where a character or characters know their fate? I went with Hitchcock's Notorious. I absolutely love the ending with Claude Rains, where he just knows and just has to walk back to that door with the people just waiting for him. I love it. It's great.
Yes. One of the best endings, one of the best, certainly
Yeah.
one of the best Hitchcock endings, I think, there in a career full
Yeah.
of great endings. I've gone with a fun little noir movie. I think if I'm remembering rightly, is it from 1949? We've done it on the main show a long time ago. I don't believe us two did it on the main show a long time ago, though, Janine. This is DOA I'm talking about with Edmund O'Brien. It's a
Oh, I
great
think
little noir movie.
okay, I think I've seen that one pop up quite a bit in people's answers. I haven't seen it though, so
Good. It's
yes.
very fun. Yeah, he basically spends the entire movie trying to figure out the mystery of who has poisoned him, and he knows
Mhm.
it's absolutely incurable. He's going to die. It's a
Oh,
wonderful
wow.
movie.
Oh, nice. That sounds very interesting. I like that. So then for Morgan Hasn't Seen, the Tom Cruise series, we asked a question for Rain Man, which was, what's one of your favorite movies about brothers? My answer was Warrior, a great movie with the two brothers who are estranged and are trying to fight in this big UFC style tournament,
Yeah,
and ultimately come together in that way after not speaking, a very difficult relationship with their father who's coaching one of them. So very complex relationships. You kind of root for the characters for different reasons. They have different motivations for doing this tournament. Such a good movie, such an emotional movie. I love that one.
very tough movie. Very tough movie,
Yeah.
actually. I've gone with something quite a bit different in tone there because I've just gone with Blues Brothers because I just think
Okay.
I feel like I often choose the Blues Brothers for various answers in
I
various
know.
different ways, and you
Yeah.
always bring up the fact that you haven't seen the Blues Brothers, and it always baffles me as to why you
I
haven't
mean,
seen the Blues Brothers.
I think I've seen it, but I don't really remember it. Like, I don't
No, okay.
remember much about it aside from when I see a clip, like, the Aretha Franklin in the diner, or I think
Yes.
doesn't Steven Spielberg pop up at the end in a cameo or something? Or am I remembering that wrong? See,
I
I don't
don't know.
remember the
I
Blues
don't know
Brothers.
actually about that, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'm misremembering now.
I know. I will. I will. I'm sorry. Then for It's a Wonderful Podcast for the Doomsday series, we had the question for The World, the Flesh, and the Devil, a film that only has 3 characters in it. So we asked, what's
Mm,
one of your favorite movies that focuses on 3 or less characters? So I said 10 Cloverfield Lane.
okay.
Great film with 3 people stuck in a
Yeah.
bunker, and somehow you managed to make that interesting and have some really cool kind of twists and darkness in it as well. So
Well, here's the first little plug, or I suppose the second little plug, because DOA, there is an episode of It's a Wonderful Podcast on. Here's the second plug for an episode of It's a Wonderful Podcast because I've chosen, heaven knows, Mr. Allison. Yeah,
oh, okay.
which we did on the
Yes.
Robert Mitchum series, where it's just
Yes.
Robert Mitchum and Deborah Carr the entire time, and it's
Time
great.
yeah. Yes, that's a really good movie. Then for Morgan Hasn't Seen, a Tom Cruise series, we did Days of Thunder. So we asked, what's your favorite racing movie? I had a little bit of fun
I
with
know
this answer.
somebody that will be happy with these
Yes.
answers.
My
He
answer
isn't
is
in the chat. I've not seen him.
he messaged me. He said he's at work, but he'll try to pop in if he can.
Ah, I see.
My answer was Too Fast, Too Furious, which is kind of my guilty favorite of the franchise. It's just so simple. It's just kind of like this offshoot, simple story. Um, that it's loosely connected, but it gave us some really great characters that would go on to continue in the franchise. It's funny.
It's
Yeah,
nonsense, is what Too
low
Fast and
stakes,
Furious
and
is.
it's so goofy. Yes, so I love Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm sorry.
I, I at least went with The Fast and the Furious, the first one,
Okay.
because it is
Okay.
the one that is significantly the most about racing, isn't it? And It's good. It's obviously got the Point Break ties.
Yeah.
It birthed the rest of them. Some of which are good, some of
Yeah.
which are just nonsensically fun. And at this point, who knows what Fast and Furious is? It's
Yes,
nice to
you're right.
nice to see.
You're right, C1 Media. I shouldn't put shame around the movies I like. If I like it, I like it.
No, and it's also nice to see. I'd like to clarify that C1 Media in the chat is indeed Crazy One 373, our frequent answerer and wonderful supporter.
Okay.
As he stated
Um,
further up the chat, I've just realised as well. We also have
okay.
DD
I guess I
Gessler
didn't see
here
that.
at the moment. Hello.
So then for It's a Wonderful Podcast and the Doomsday series, we had Panic in Year Zero, which sees a family trying to defend themselves after the world goes a little bit crazy after a nuclear bomb goes off. So
Yes.
we asked, what's your favorite family fighting to survive movie? And my answer was Us. So yeah, I think
That's a great pick.
yeah, so the family kind of has to work together. I love the little fight they have about who has the most kills and that kind of thing. Their dynamic is just really great. And then even the twist that happens about this family by the end is very unsettling, which I love. So yeah.
Yeah, I think because Us is such a layered movie, you almost focus on the doppelganger of it all and the twist of all that and the, you know, I suppose moving lives, stealing people's lives or whatever it may
Yeah.
be of all of that. You forget that it's actually a little bit of a survival movie and a good
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
for our supposed normal family who may
Yeah.
not actually be the proper normal ones, at least in our lead character's
Yes. Yeah.
perspective.
Mm.
I've gone with A Quiet Place, though, the
Okay.
first one,
That's a good one.
which is obviously the most all-round family familial, really,
Yeah.
isn't it? And definitely speaks to fighting for survival, the struggle for
Yes.
survival in a very unique way.
Yes, I love the uniqueness of that film and kind of the obstacle of the sound, affecting so much. And sound is so important in movies, and so to craft a film
Yes.
around not being able to speak is very smart. And yes, Crazy One, it is kind of a bit of a revenge story happening in Us. Yeah, which you
Oh,
don't really think
yes.
about it in that way. Yeah, yeah. That Morgan hasn't seen, we did A Few Good Men for the Tom Cruise series. So we asked, what's one of your favorite courtroom movies? In the past, you've mentioned that our courtroom series on Morgan Hasn't Seen that we did a while back, it was probably the, best film to film series that we've done. I think
Yes.
maybe Directorial Debuts has kind of dethroned
good.
it.
So Directorial Debuts was very, very good. I do
Yeah.
often say, I use the exact words, pound for pound, the
Yes.
courtroom movie series is the strongest. It does have competition now.
Yeah.
It does, with a couple of other series. I know what you're going to say because I also said this movie because it just had to be this movie. It's from that series. It was the best movie in that series of a series of great movies. And it
Yes,
has
I picked two because I couldn't decide.
Oh,
So
two of
my
them.
choices were, and they were both in the series. I chose A Time to Kill and My Cousin
Yes.
Vinny. Just very
Yes.
different spectrum of courtroom movie, but we're both kind of dealing with an underdog character who has to really think outside the box and get creative in order to kind of win the day, and get some really impactful juror scenes and all kinds of stuff like that. So really just thoughtful, interesting, sucks you in, both of these films, in different ways. The drama is very heavy-handed and great in A Time to Kill. The comedy is very heavy-handed and great in My Cousin Vinny.
I don't know if Crazy One in the chat is letting you have two movies as an answer.
I know. I know.
I agree because the answer is quite clearly A Time to Kill.
Well, I think he fudges with two answers sometimes because he'll be like, I want to say da 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 da, but my answer will be you do a lot of honorable mentioning. Crazy One. So
Maybe we'll chalk it down to honourable mentioning then, because
yes,
I've
okay,
definitely gone with The Time to Kill, the
good.
sweatiest, most tense
Yes,
courtroom movie possible. I love it.
yes, it's very
It's so
hot.
nasty.
Yes, yes.
And obviously about
Uh,
an awful subject matter as well, which is more than appropriate for courtroom movies. You need the actual crime to be particularly, complex and
yeah,
engaging and bad, don't you? I mean, I
yes.
suppose the crime itself in A Time to Kill, we all know is very well justified because we all agree with Samuel L. Jackson's
Oh, yeah.
wonderful line in the
Yeah.
movie, which we're not going to
Deserve to die.
destroy
I'm gonna do
people's
it.
eardrums. You can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it.
And they hope they burn in hell. Yeah. So good. Um, so then we move on to our It's a Wonderful Podcast question for failsafe in the Doomsday series. So we asked, who's your favorite movie president? As we see Henry Fonda in that film have to wrangle these events.
Henry Fonda was a very good president in Failsafe, I'd like to point
Yeah.
out, for an
Yeah.
answer to this question. Very, very good.
Yes. So I said Andrew Shepard from The American President.
Yes, I have also gone with this because I didn't know his name, but I said Michael Douglas in The American President. It's very good.
Yes. Yes, and that movie is just what I watch when I'm like, I need a political refresh. I need to see somebody competent doing this job that makes me feel good, and so that is always a restoration of faith movie for me, for sure.
Yes.
So
I mean, it is absolute kind of wholehearted, the absolute goodness in your
yeah,
leader, isn't it? The
yeah,
American president. Um, Even though, Michael Douglas does like to be a bit shady on the odd occasion, more
yeah,
often than not, Michael Douglas does play a good shady character, not in The American President. That is a great answer.
yes. So then we both go back to Morgan Hasn't Seen for our final movie over there on the Tom Cruise series, which was Jerry Maguire. So we asked, what's your favorite sports romance movie? So of course my answer had to be my favorite movie of all time, The Cutting Edge. Ice skating,
Of course.
romance, enemies to lovers. So good. And I like that the sports factors in just as much as the romance. So, because like we really care. We're invested in their training. We're invested in them getting the big move. We're invested if they're going to win gold and all of that. So, yeah.
Of course. I had every faith you would go with The Cutting Edge there, Janine. However, I've gone with also one of my favourite movies of all time. Can you guess what it is? You should know. She's the
Ooh.
Man.
I thought you were going to say that gold movie.
No. I occasionally bring up the movie Goal, but it's not one of my favourite movies of all time.
And there's no
She's the
romance,
Man.
really, is there?
But there is. Yeah, there
Okay.
is a romance in there.
Okay.
But She's the Man very much so, isn't it? It's a sports movie, and
Okay.
it's a romance movie, and it's one of the greatest movies of the 2000s.
Okay. Yes. I mean, I think we did a watch along. So if you want to go back and watch that watch
Oh, I
along.
did, yeah. A long time
Yeah.
ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So definitely there to check out if you would like.
We've tried so many crazy things in the past on It's a Wonderful Podcast. The trying things never ends. The
No.
evolution of It's a Wonderful Podcast rolls
Continues.
on.
It does. It does. Then we had the final question for It's a Wonderful Podcast and the Doomsday series, which was for Silent Running, which sees Bruce Dern alone in space to protect the plants. And so the question was, what's your favorite character alone in space movie? So I kind of fudged this a little bit and said Alien, because while Ripley's technically not alone in space, she ends up kind of being alone for a decent part of the film and is kind of separate from everybody because there's a good chunk of the film where nobody will listen to her. So she kind of has to do everything on her own. So
Do we accept it? Crazy one in the chat. Do we accept it? I'll accept it. I'll go with that one. I think that's fair. I've gone with Gravity though, because I think Gravity is probably the most terrifying character alone in space movie, even though it's obviously not a horror movie like Aliens.
Yeah, but the twist that kind of reveals something it makes it even more kind of scary and sad.
It does. Yeah. It does. And also, I've gone with Gravity as a little bit of a plug for our upcoming Sandra Bullock series Morgan hasn't seen for August.
Yes. So Gravity obviously not on the list because you've clearly seen it.
Yes.
But I did want to go with a female-led movie because typically this genre is always a guy.
Well, yes, I mean, look at what Project Hail Mary, for example.
Yes, The Martian, Moon.
The Martian.
Yeah.
Even 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Ends up being galore. One, Keir Dullea on his own in space.
Yes.
Crazy one says Gravity was his answer, but he changed it. It was too common. Well, there's nothing wrong with a common answer. What are you trying to say? You're trying to insult me, Crazy one? There's no need for this.
He wants to be unique. That's fair.
It is fair. I must say, Janine, that's record time.
I know.
I think we did it. Well there.
The live format has saved us from rambling about our picks for too long. So now it's about you guys and your answers, so we can get to those now. So starting with TikTok, it's getting a little better. It's getting a little better on TikTok.
Is it still a barren wasteland? I mean, what's going on? Why is the TikTok answers turning into?
I got way more. I got way more than I thought, so that's already a surprise there. So, so we got an answer for the characters who know their fate movie. The final girl says Veronica Decides to Die. I've never heard of this movie. She says it's a very underrated gem. Yes, Veronica spelled with a K. So yeah, I'm very curious about that.
Searchy search on Veronica.
Yes.
Decides to die. Yes. Veronica Decides to Die from 2009, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Final Girl is a huge Buffy fan, of Sarah Michelle fan, so I'm not surprising that she made that pick. Also, she is in the hospital right now, so speedy recovery to the Final Girl. Yes.
Oh yes, definitely. We love the Final
Sending
Girl.
her love. Yes. Okay. Putting that on the list because I love Sarah Michelle as well. And if she gives that recommendation, I do trust her opinion.
Definitely.
So then we have what's one of your favorite movies about brothers question. The final girl again. She answers Radio Flyer, but it's a tough one. I think this actually came up as an answer from maybe Eric Monroe, like the last question special for something. A great movie, Radio Flyer, kid Elijah Wood, and I can't remember his name, the kid from Jurassic Park.
Okay, I've got no idea what his name is, but okay, yes.
I think it's Joe something. Mazzello, I think is his name.
We'll go with Joe something until I can confirm. Yes, Mazzello. Yeah. Well done. Very good.
Okay. Schmodown. They are two young boys, and one of them gets abused by, I think, their mother's boyfriend, and so they try to make a plane. They try to make a plane out of their Radio Flyer wagon to get them, away from him. So it's like a very kind of
inspiring.
Yeah, and I think it's set like in the 50s, like the late 50s or so. So suburbs, but the dark underbelly of the suburbs kind of thing.
Yes. It's almost like David Lynch would make the movie. No.
Yes. And then this one, great name here, Doobie Blunt says The Boondock Saints.
I wonder what Doobie Blunt likes to do in their spare time.
Right. Yes. But yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time. Norman Reedus, Sean Patrick Flannery, very much Irish shoot 'em up kind of brothers go around on a revenge spree
very
or something.
Action.
Yeah. Yes. Very much. Yes. Yeah. Then we move on to the what's one of your
Nobody
favorite
picked
movies?
Rain Man. I know this this question
It was
for
Rain Man.
Rain Man,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Because Rain Man's a very strong brother movie. I know I didn't pick Rain Man either, but there's not actually that many great brother movies when you think about it. I think, which is a bit sad because as somebody with a brother,
You would think.
you would think there'd be quite a lot.
Or that you would maybe be more cognizant of them.
Or that I would be cognizant of them. Sure, yes. I can think of
'Cause
Brother Bear, the Disney movie, that's a
okay.
bit forgettable.
Yeah, or Brothers with Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal. That's not very memorable
They shouldn't be
either.
brothers.
Yeah. Then we move on to our next question. What's one of your favorite movies that focuses on 3 or less characters?
Okay.
So my answer was 10 Cloverfield Lane. Dylan DeGrave says, I only saw 10 Cloverfield Lane recently for the first time. Oh man, so incredible. Well, I'm excited that you got to watch that for the first time because I thought that was such a nice little surprise of a movie. I was not expecting it to be that
Yes.
good, or was expecting it to be connected to Cloverfield. So when it kind of did its own thing, but still kind of set in that universe, I was like, this is really cool. Like a very little,
Yeah.
offshoot little intimate story. So
Exactly.
yeah.
That's Dylan's answer as well. So
Yes. And Eric says, Castaway from the 2000. So, yeah.
fair enough, actually. It's a good point. I didn't think about Castaway. I suppose there is nobody else there.
Yeah, I mean, we get like little side characters, but like I don't think they factor in enough to be like really counted.
No.
And
No. But
we're with
it's
Tom.
if you want to be very strict. It's if you want to be very strict
Yeah,
with it and go
yeah.
like actual credited cast members.
Yes, there's like maybe 10 people in that
example,
cast. Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
example, World
Yeah.
of Flesh and the Devil, there are literally only 3
3
people
people on the cast
in the
list. Yeah.
movie. In Heaven Knows Mr. Allison, even though the old Japanese soldier does
Is there
show up in
lurking
the
around.
background,
Yeah.
there are only 2 credited cast members in that movie.
Yes. So, no, I think it counts. Great answer. And I just love that Eric could pop up anywhere. Like, he's on Instagram.
Eric does pop up anywhere.
Yes, he's on Instagram. He's
like
on Facebook. He's on Twitter. He's on TikTok. Yeah.
He's like everybody's favorite slasher villain. He will just appear in a window randomly behind you when it seemed like he was over the street or over on a different town.
Yes,
you'll just be there always.
Yes, you'll hear the Michael Myers trill.
Yes, every time
behind
Eric
a hedge. Yes, yeah. With some great movie recommendations. So thank you, Eric.
We should make that, Eric. Eric, I would like to make that short film. We'll pretend it's Halloween. You can play the Michael Myers part, obviously, as yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll just put that little trill music on, and you'll just pop up and shout random movies at people and tell them
and the year. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
And the year.
Yes. So then we move on to our what's one of your favorite racing movies question. Merides Cowley says recent F1.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like we talked a lot about F1 in the Days of Thunder episode.
We did. I mean, I think visually really cool, sound really cool, music really cool. Probably the blandest I've seen Brad Pitt though in anything. So, but I think the story was great. I think it sacrificed some good kind of conflict between our leads for the romance. My first time seeing Damson Idris in anything. So, I mean, an enjoyable film. For sure. So yeah. Ginger Dead Man 859 says, excluding Days of Thunder, I'd go with 3, the Dale Earnhardt story. It was made for TV biopic with Barry Pepper and J.K. Simmons, really good. And while I wouldn't consider it a racing movie, but a car movie, Smokey and the Bandit is my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, Smokey and the Bandit is great, Ginger Dead Man. Nice to hear from Ginger Dead Man as well. kind
Yeah.
of seems to pop up every now and again, doesn't
Yes.
he? Which
Yes.
is always
Yeah.
nice to hear from him. Smokey the Bandit is very fun. We did it, didn't we,
Yeah.
last
We
year,
did.
at the back end of last year on Morgan Hasn't
Yeah.
Seen.
Yes.
Was it on Morgan Hasn't Seen? I think it was actually in a sort of weird late
Yeah.
70s series.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it was
it
fun.
just feels like
But
something that should be on the main show as well, though, doesn't it, really? It's
I
not quite
know.
old enough.
Yeah, I think it was super late. Yeah, we did a late 70s, I think, on Morgan Hasn't Seen. That was a fun series, and that was my first time seeing that movie. So yeah,
Yeah,
I could see why it'd be your favorite. There's a lot of racing around, so I think it
there
fits.
is. A lot of chases,
Yes,
a lot of
yes,
cars.
yes. And yes, crazy one. F1 was great in 40X, probably next to Top Gun Maverick, the best 40X experience for sure. They
Mm,
used it
yeah.
so well, choreographed those seats so perfectly with the movie. It was great.
I do wonder what
Um,
people who have seen the Odyssey in 4DX think about it, because I mean, surely, given my understanding of 4DX, I don't even know if it's in 4DX, but
it
given
is.
my understanding of 4DX,
Yeah.
it shakes you around and things. I've never seen anything 4DX. I don't believe it's in Britain at all. So,
Oh, okay.
never mind that. But I can imagine it would make you quite seasick.
I mean, it depends. Like, you really have to be selective if you are sensitive to that kind of thing. I'm kind of wanting to see the Odyssey in 40X because everyone's saying it's really crazy. I saw Spider-Man in 40X, and man, like that was like a roller coaster. Like
The
that's the
flight
first
move.
time I did. That was the first time I did 40X where I literally almost got thrown out of my seat. Like
Oh, damn.
it's never been that rough before, but it was fun. Like it was like a ride. So yeah, that was a fun
I
one.
know, but for
But
2.25 hours or however long Spider-Man is, 2.5 hours, that can be quite intense.
yes, so you really have to be up for it. But Spider-Man was so fun. It was crazy. But
Yeah.
like it works best if you're somebody who's not like into all of that. It works best for probably a racing kind of movie or something
Yeah.
like that, or a flight movie. So yes, as I said, Top Gun Maverick was excellent in 40X. It was very selective about its moments to like move around, and you felt like you were flying. And F1 very selective about the racing scenes and your seat kind of going with that. So much more tamed down and deliberate. So
It'd probably make me feel sick regardless, to be honest.
yes.
So probably for the
Yeah.
best that I don't
Yeah.
spend horrific amounts of money for a 4DX ticket just to throw up everywhere.
Yes. Yes, but Spider-Man was fun, and it's a crazy one. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, okay.
And then we have the "What's your favorite courtroom movies?" question. Merides Kali says, "All great movies. I would add Runaway Jury and Ghosts of Mississippi."
Runaway
Yeah,
Jury's a good movie.
we
We
did
did that
cover
on
that.
the show as well.
Yes, I
John
think was that
Grisham.
in the John Grisham series. Ghosts of Mississippi, that keeps every time I watch something, like, that movie always, like, pops up to, like, watch next.
I
So,
haven't seen that
um
movie. I don't know that
no,
movie.
I
What is
believe
Ghosts of Mississippi?
it's James Woods. It's like a
No, we don't
historical,
like
like
James Woods, even though he has been in
no,
some
but
good
it's like
movies.
yes, it's a civil rights movie, I think, and so it's
But
like,
James
every time
Woods, that doesn't make sense. Is he the
I mean
villain?
in the 90s, so I think it's like the 90s or
Oh,
late 80s. So, yeah,
still, is
I
he the
think Gene
racist one?
Hackman is it Gene
Gene Hackman
Hackman
wouldn't be
as
the
well?
racist one. It would be James Woods. Ghosts of Mississippi. No,
Yes.
Gene Hackman's Mississippi Burning.
Oh, okay, like another Mississippi race
James
movie.
Woods, Alec Baldwin, and Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay, okay. Yes, it pops up, and I'm always just like, this feels so too heavy right now. So,
It does, yes. I
yes,
mean, it does look
so
like one of those but it's a Rob Reiner movie. So
and we know he does the
again,
courtroom really well. We
he
know he does.
definitely does.
Yes, so maybe I need to just suck it up and give myself a day of substance. But yes. But I
Yes.
like that you throw Runaway Jury in there. Like that's a fun one with like lots of kind of twisty things in it. Oh no, we did Runaway Jury, I think, for a like a topical picture series because it was about gun control. So
Ah,
we did a movie
yes.
that touched on like really hot button social issues.
Yes, our
Yes,
What's
that's when we
Going
did.
On series, where we always sung
Yes.
Marvin Gaye's What's Going On at the start of every
Yes,
episode,
and
which we
so
didn't
yeah.
do.
Yes, Runaway Jury. I know, right? Runaway Jury was about, gun control and gun laws and that whole kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's when we did Runaway Jury. Yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
else is in Ghosts of Mississippi?
Ooh.
Lucas Black off of Fast and Furious. Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift.
Yeah. Well, he's got that deep, dug in the dirt accent for it. So
Yes, he does.
Donkey Kong.
Very Mississippi.
Yes. Then Eyes on the Closet said, hard to beat Legally Blonde. I mean, we
Very
did that
good.
in the courtroom
Yes.
series. We made it a double feature because we won't I think we only had 4 spots, like 4 episodes. And so I think
But
we
we
ended
had
up
to
doing
do both.
yes. So we ended up, since there were both comedies, we did My Cousin Vinny and Legally Blonde, like double feature episode, because I could not leave one of those out. Yes, it's a great one. Then we have our question for Failsafe that asked, what's your favorite, or who's your favorite movie president? Meredith Colley says, great movie. I liked Aaron Eckhart in Olympus Has Fallen, Jamie Foxx in White House Down, and Ronnie Cox in Murder at 1600. I've never heard of that, I don't think, because that movie.
I'll look it up. I am the fact checker for today's live stream.
Yes. Because that movie is great. An honorable mention to Chris Rock for Head of State because it was hilarious, but he was only president-elect. Yes. Yes, I never saw it, but I kind of remember like promotion for that movie. Chris Rock for Head of State because it was hilarious, but he was only president-elect at the end. So yeah, we actually more promotion. We did an episode that was a double feature, I believe. We did a White House series. We did a presidential series, where we did some of the answers that I think will come up. I think we did Dave, we did the American president.
Yeah.
We did Wag the Dog, and then we did a double feature of White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. So
because we're the same movie.
Yes. We did First Kid.
God, yes, that was ridiculous. Murder at 1600 is a thriller from 1997 with Wesley Snipes.
Ooh, and that's like my era for thriller. I've been watching a lot of 90s thrillers lately, and that's just been a nice little like pocket of films that I've been enjoying. So I'm adding that to the list for sure.
I don't think it's your erotic thriller, Michael.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't need to be an erotic thriller.
Well, when you say 90s thrillers, you do tend to think of that, don't you?
I suppose. But yes, I've been watching some good ones. Like I watched one from like 2007, I think, with Ryan Gosling and Anthony Hopkins, Fracture, where Anthony Hopkins like kills his wife, but like he's so smart that they can't prove that he did it. And Ryan Gosling's is the lawyer that has to prove that he did it. And he's like, Anthony Hopkins, I think he's trying to do like an Irish accent, and he's very smug, and he's like, I'm defending myself, and he's like really like winning and proving the court wrong, and like, but we saw that he did it at the very beginning. It's very good. Yes.
I mean, Anthony, I would be swayed by Anthony Hopkins, to be honest. I would like to point out as well, my girlfriend Coco is in the chat, so hello. Hi.
Hello.
Just noticed that. Don't know how long you've been here, but just noticed.
I think she just popped in, so thank you.
That's
you
okay.
Joining us. Thank you for supporting.
Yes, she did tell me she might pop in, so that's very nice.
So then we move on to our what's your favorite sports romance movie question for Jerry Maguire. Matthew MCH Curry Holmes says, my fave, Bull Durham. Love and Basketball, Rocky, cause I mean Adrian. But I think the best one I've seen in the past 10 years has got to be Challengers. I mean, I don't know how romantic Challengers is, but it's pretty.
Do you know what?
It's pretty messy.
I know my first thought on this answer was She's the Man, as we've already been over, and that's just
Yeah.
because I love She's the Man. But those are
Yeah.
some of those are some good answers there. Bull
Mhm.
Durham is a
Yeah.
great answer for that question
Yeah.
because Bull Durham is a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
Love me some Costner,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
Everybody loves Costner.
Yes.
Coco says Love and
Rocky.
Basketball is a horror film. Which I love.
That has been the most recent appraisal. Like, people have been appraising that film and talking about how these people shouldn't have ended up together. Like, she's
I
like
mean,
kind of pathetic and he's kind of an asshole. And yeah, like I've seen that lately. That people have done a reappraisal on Love and Basketball and have kind of have a more negative view of it.
I own my lovely Criterion of Love and Basketball. In
Yes,
fact, I
and we
might have to
covered it.
rewatch it. We might have to rewatch it because, although you won't want to rewatch it, Coco, so, but we might have to rewatch it and just be like, oh god, it's not great. This is it. What the hell's going on here?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to our episode on it as well and kind of see what we said about it because we did do it
We
in
were
a Black
probably
rom-com. Very high on
really
it.
positive on it.
Yes, because that was several years ago now. Like, that we
Was,
did that Black
yeah.
rom-com series. But
I mean,
yeah,
I do remember thinking it was. I know it's a very complex movie in terms of its romance. So I remember liking it from that standpoint. Whether we think
yeah,
they actually should fundamentally be together or not
mhm.
is another question. I suppose romance movies don't always have to be positive romance movies to be a
No,
romance movie, do they? So
yeah,
you can have a complex romance movie and it be just as good as a movie. So maybe that's where Love and
yeah.
Basketball sits.
Sits, yes, and I mean, I like the end that like she is the one playing, and he has been able to kind of put his ego aside and not have to and not be an asshole about it, you know. So
Hmm.
I don't know, but
Crazy
I
one. What's your opinion on Love and Basketball? Are you in agreement there?
Merides Kyle Lee is in agreement and says Love and Basketball is a good movie. That's his pick. Love and Basketball. A former girlfriend
Oh,
turned me on to the movie, and she loved it so much that she named her daughter after Sanaa Lathan. Wow.
I mean, after Sanaa Lathan's character, or just Sanaa Lathan?
I
Because if you're
think just
naming it
Sanaa
after Sanaa
Lathan.
Lathan,
Yeah.
then that's fine. We love Sanaa Lathan.
Okay. Well,
Crazy one says
he's giving.
parental trauma can
I
cause
mean,
those
yeah.
mishaps.
Yes. Dennis
That's a fair
Haysbert
point.
was not a great father.
No,
So,
no, that is true.
yeah.
We don't like parents of very good young athletes who
Athletes,
try
yes,
and live
very
through them.
overbearing. Yes.
Trophy parents, whatever you want to
Yes,
call
and
them.
also not setting a great example as well. But yeah, so very interesting. Love the movie enough to just, love her performance and love Sanaa Lathan enough, I guess, to name.
Sanaa
I don't
Lathan's
know.
great.
Yeah,
Sanaa Lathan's
yes.
always great.
Yeah. And Holly in the
Holly in the something.
well,
An unpronounceable word?
it just says CLE. So Holly in the coal.
Holly in the Clee. Maybe she's from Cleveland.
Okay. I didn't realize that was an abbreviation for Cleveland. Holly in the Clee.
I don't know if it is. I was guessing.
Well, she says Major League and the Cutting Edge. So I sucked the Cutting Edge quite a bit in the answers, which made my heart very
maybe they're
happy.
just trying to appease you because of the amount of times you bring up the Cutting Edge. Nobody else has actually ever seen the Cutting Edge, Janine. It's not a particularly
so mean,
well-viewed movie. It's a good movie.
I mean, we have a watch along we did on this channel, and it's very. I think it's like our most popular video.
Do you know what? I actually do think it is our most popular video, watch along with the Cutting Edge, and I think that's because people think it's the movie itself and not a watch along. But that's a good point. Maybe people actually really do want to go and watch the Cutting Edge, and you just can't find it anywhere unless you've got it on physical.
I mean, it's most places. I think it's like on free watch sites like Tubi
No,
and
well.
Pluto and things like that. But I actually did end up going and doing a whole series where I watched all of the crappy sequels, which because I refused to I refused for many years to endorse these sequels, but I finally watched them and I made a video about each one. So if you want to go to our YouTube channel and watch my reviews on all of the cutting edge sequels, those are there. So hey.
There you go. Cutting edge.
Yes. So then we move on to Instagram. Answers from
Very nice.
Instagram.
No more TikTok. Away with the wasteland that is TikTok. Come back, TikTok.
But I mean, look how much we got. That was more than usual that we get on TikTok.
Well, it was more than I think we've got for about 4 or 5 months, to be honest.
Yes. Quite like that last question had 3 answers. And I'm like, dang.
3 answers.
On one question.
We're flying. I remember the days we would get 7, 8 answers each on TikTok.
Yeah.
And these were in the early days of the question special when people didn't know really what we were doing.
Exactly. So I don't know. But we're on to Instagram. So crazy one, it's your time to shine.
Oh, yes, it is. Here we go. Several thousand answers from Crazy One now. So come on, let's have it.
So for the what's one of your favorite connected plot movies? Sarah Barra says, finally, I get to shout out 1975's What's Up, Doc. The common thread is 4 different people have exactly the same plaid carry-on bag, and they're all staying at the same hotel. The bags get mixed around several times, culminating in the best and funniest chase scene through San Francisco. Absolutely classic. Ooh, that sounds really fun.
Yes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, What's Up, Doc is Barbara Streisand.
Okay. That sounds vaguely familiar to me, but yes. Thank you, Sarah Barra. Crazy1373 says, do the right thing. Not just another day in Brooklyn, but the hottest. But not just a day in Brooklyn, but the hottest day of the year through the lens of every residing ethnic group in Bed-Stuy. From Mookie to Sal to Radio Raheem and Bugging Out, we see the many plot lines converge to one of the most tragic moments in cinema. No saxophones needed.
No, for God, with this saxophone nonsense, we want away with this.
I know people are totally misusing it and using it too much and have just taken away from the funniness of, because like the first time I saw that trend, it was from Morris Chestnut doing it, running away from the saxophone, saying like, I can't get away from them. He's like running like through like a studio lot from taping something, like the saxophones. That was perfect. Now everybody's using it. I mean, the only one allowed to do it should be Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
So
do the right thing's a great answer for that, though, to be honest, because I suppose I don't tend to think of it as an interconnected storyline, because it's just kind of all in the one neighborhood. But I guess it is, because you are definitely following very separate
stories that kind of come together. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good one. Obviously, it's great as well.
Thinking. Yeah.
Yes, and it is very tragic, Spike's always great at going, oh, this is an entertaining, fun movie, isn't it? Yeah, so it is a very dynamic, entertaining, fun movie. Oh dear, no, that's the most horrifically sad thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Thank you, Spike.
Yes, shout out to Kim Basinger for rightfully calling out the Oscars that this movie did not get the recognition it deserved. So
yes, definitely.
Yeah. So then we have the question, what's one of your favorite movies where the character or characters know their fate? Sarah Barra says Princess Mononoke. Ashitaka spends the entire movie having accepted the inevitability of his own death, yet he is trying to save everyone else. I haven't watched that in a long time. Yes, I watched this like on a stream with a friend like years ago. So definitely one I want to revisit for sure. Yeah, I love that.
I'm not overly clued on anime, unfortunately. So
Studio Ghibli.
I haven't seen Princess Mononoke. I know I probably should do.
Yes, no, and I remember enjoying it, but I definitely want to revisit for sure. Koch 200, Eric.
Here he
He
is.
says,
Hello, Eric.
yes, he says, "My Life, 1993." Yeah, I think is this?
My Life. Eric, you're always coming up with the most
No,
random of 90s
I think
movies.
it's Michael Keaton and Nicole Kidman, and he's dying of cancer, and he knows he is, so he's just kind of there preparing for um
You are very
the end of
right.
his life. Yes, I
Yes,
haven't watched it in a
that is
long
exactly
time,
what
but
it is.
yeah, so he's dying of a disease, and so he knows, and so it's just them kind of trying to do what they can to, like, make those last bits of time kind of lovely for him, I think. I don't quite remember.
Doesn't doesn't that look like the definition of tearjerker? I mean,
Oh,
to look at
yes,
the
yes.
poster for the
Yeah,
to look at the poster for the movie My Life from 1993 is to
yeah,
immediately know what you're getting yourself into there.
yeah. Yes.
Never have I seen a more heavenly looking poster in my entire life.
Yes, yes, I remember it in the video store for sure, on the shelf. Um,
Wow.
Crazy One says, "Eric, my nemesis," because 'cause they've kind of been fighting over answers this
Oh, you,
past one.
there's
So
no need to fight with each other. I mean, what's been going on here?
Oh, you'll see. I'll see if I captured some of their back and forths and things.
Who else was
But,
fighting once? I'm sure was it you again, crazy one? Was it you and Sarah Barra? I feel like were fighting at one point over an answer, or
it's great minds think alike. I think that's just the case. Um,
was it Meredith Carley and Final Girl? Maybe I've seen fighting over an answer as
and
well
it
on TikTok.
Oh, perhaps. Crazy 1373 says 2009's Fanboys, a group of best friends who happen to be the biggest of Star Wars fans, set off on a road trip to see a cut of The Phantom Menace while it's still in post. However,
Right,
it's
okay.
not just it however, it's not just overzealous fans wanting to get a peek at the movie. One of them is terminally ill with cancer, and they wanna get him to see the movie before he dies. Despite the grim context of the movie, it's very fun, and we get a bunch of Star Wars cast cameos that, in a way, validate the movie being a part of Star Wars culture.
Okay, you know
Oh.
what? That sounds like a nice thing. And remember when the Star Wars fandom was a positive, good place? I do. I've not been able to watch
Yes!
Star Wars in nearly 10 years, unfortunately, because it's just there's no point. It's
Well,
just
I mean,
misery.
the shows are great, like, I think
I
universally
watched a
people
bit of The Mandalorian, yeah. I watched a couple of
well,
seasons of that.
I know, well, watch Andor if you haven't, because I think
I've
universally
watched that.
people have said, like, people universally love Andor. It's getting very much acclaim. I think it's gotten, like, Emmy nominations and things like that. So definitely watch Andor, written, directed by Tony Gilroy, who wrote The Cutting Edge.
Yes.
So so yes, Tony Gilroy, very trusted, I think, writer and yeah. So and it's the most kind of substance, really smart, great storytelling. Definitely watch Andor. If you don't watch anything else, watch Andor. Um yeah, but Fanboys, like I've kind of heard of it, and I always just thought it was like a silly comedy. So the fact that it has kind of this deeper emotional thing, would never have thought
Yeah.
it did. So
It's
yeah, great.
it's an interesting idea, definitely. I don't know if with my stunningly negative perception of fandom culture these
Well,
days,
it
whether
might
I
be
can
refreshing.
it might be
Yeah.
refreshing, it might be, that's true.
Yes, to see fandom, come out for each other in that way. Then we have the "What's one of your favorite movies about brothers?" question. My co-host over on The Real Study, Mr. Snidbits, he says he is well, speaking of Star Wars, he has a bit of an outside of the box answer and says Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith, with the gif of it, Obi-Wan saying, "You were my brother, Anakin."
You know what? I'll give him it. I'll give him that. That's a clever
Yeah,
out of the box answer, and
yeah,
I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I
yes.
do like Revenge of the Sith. I do like Star Wars. Let's not be taken here. I do
Yeah.
like Star Wars. Anytime I even think about Star Wars, I just think
Yes.
about the vitriol of the world's worst online communities of people.
Community, yes. Well, fanboy sounds like it might be a refreshing take on
It
the
does.
fandom, and Andor is great, so those would be the
And we can go and
recommendations
watch
too.
Revenge of the Sith if we want to.
Exactly. Yeah. Then Black Girl Marvel, my other real study co-host, says, off the top of my head, Four Brothers. They felt like brothers and the stakes felt real. I really love that movie. Yeah, I think we covered it. I can't remember what the series was specifically, but we did do that film. I'm wondering if we did it in a Black movie series because John Singleton is the director.
Yes, I think we did. I think we
We
did
did
it
like
in some
it was a Black
long
movies double feature. I think we did
something like
each,
that. Yeah,
each was a genre double feature, something like that. Yes. So yeah, no, I really do like Four Brothers and the fact that they're all adoptive brothers and they still, feel like brothers and it's a revenge story and all of that kind of thing. Yeah,
yes,
great music. A lot of Marvin Gaye on that soundtrack. So yeah.
yes, there is. Unfortunately, you just have to look at that one person's face who I don't like.
Yeah, kind of terrible person. And Sarah
Why
Barrett
is in this movie being all nicey nice with everybody as well? I don't know.
I know, and he's doing another
That's
movie
not
like that coming up with Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, where like they're hunting down like racist criminals like in the 70s, and I'm just like,
are they now?
yeah,
Really?
he's like they hire Mark Wahlberg as like a hitman to help Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who is a Black like FBI agent like in the 60s or 70s, to like help him solve like race killings.
No, yeah, you are much. You don't need to be working with him.
Yeah, it's
we're not at that stage.
Yeah,
yet.
that whole premise and trailer just did not sit right with me. Yeah,
we're not doing straight to DVD movies. Yeah,
I mean, it's a theatrical release, so
well, it doesn't sound like it because it stars Mark Wahlberg in the year 2026, and it shouldn't be a theatrical release.
Yes,
this isn't 2010.
Yeah, so yeah, Mark Wahlberg, not fun to watch, but I do really like that Four Brothers movie. Sarah Barra says the only brothers movie I can think of is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and I hate it. The plot is so awful, but it's so campy that you start to forget what's going on for a minute, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're axe dancing, haha, that's so funny. And then you realize you're being gaslit by the blistering talent and color coordinated outfits.
I love that.
Sarah Barra, that is a great answer. I've never seen Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I think my sister-in-law has said that like that's like one of her favorites.
Yeah, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is not as absolutely traditionalist as it sounds.
Okay.
I'll just put it that way.
Okay, yes, it sounds kind of weird. So I'm kind of curious about it. I've seen clips from it. Very great.
It's
color.
more like
yeah.
it's more like the Seven Brothers are so awful socially that they just have to like they're just terrible. It's a bit. It's quite a funny one.
They're just comically bad, comically terrible.
They're comically bad in love, basically.
Okay.
That's why all the Seven Brides kind of come in, because it's almost. I think they are like advertised for. It's a weird situation. I think it is. It's been a long time since I've watched this movie, but basically, the seven women come into the town specifically for this reason, but all the brothers are just. They either like don't really care that much or can't process speaking to a woman, or it's just, or they just like chopping down trees, and that's all they care about.
Oh my god, seriously? Like that's what that movie's about? I have no idea. Wow. Okay. Well, very campy sounding. I'm slightly intrigued. Like Crazy 1373. He says, "I'm not gonna say Sinners. I'm not gonna say Sinners." I
Oh,
like
it's a
that
good one, though.
I know it is. So I like that you're thinking outside the box again. I'm gonna say 2000's Gone in 60 Seconds, the one last job movie that
Ooh, I'll
actually
give it
had
you.
a purpose, as Nicolas Cage has to get back in the game to save his younger brother from a job gone wrong by boosting 50 cars in 3 days.
I like
Yes.
Gone in 60 Seconds, you know, it's one of those
Yes.
2000s action movies I can get behind.
Yes,
And I
Christopher
know it's
Eccleston
obviously
is our villain in that movie.
he is, yes.
I
I
think
know
that
it's
was the first
obviously
time I saw him in anything, so when I watched Doctor Who, I'm like, "The guy from Gone in 60 Seconds."
yeah. Delroy Lindo's in the movie.
Yes, a very young, what's his name? Oh my gosh. Timothy
Somebody
Oliphant.
else's
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy
Yes.
Oliphant. Yes.
Yes.
Angelina Jolie
Mhm.
and
Giovanni
what
Ribisi is
Giovanni
the little brother.
Ribisi. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Isn't Vinnie Jones in Gone in 60
Vinnie
Seconds as
Jones is
well?
in it as well. Yeah.
Nonsense. Good movie. Good movie, actually. I'll
Yes,
give you that.
yes, it's a fun one. Yeah, I think, I wanted to do it in our Nick Cage series, but I was surprised when you told me you'd already seen it, I
I
think, but
own Gone in 60 Seconds. Never mind
Wow! Okay.
just have
Wow,
seen it.
okay.
In DVD. It was an older one. In fact, I think it was in an inherited DVD.
Okay, there. Then we have what's one of your favorite films that focuses on 3 or less characters? Oh, movie Fanobi Steve. He says,
Oh,
"I think."
hello, Steve.
Yes. He says, "I think I'd have to go with Once and Ex Machina. If Project Hail Mary counts, would be the most recent."
Well, yeah, it does count.
I
Why would
mean, yeah.
Project Hail Mary not count it?
Yeah, I mean, we spend the majority of the film with, like, Rocky and Grace.
No, I thought this was the one man in space question. It's not the one man in space question.
No, it's
It's the
the
3
3 or less
characters question. No, it
characters.
doesn't count. There's far too many people in Project Hail. You're not
Okay.
having that.
I mean, he asked if it counted. I mean, I might give it.
He
We're
asked.
mostly in space with him alone, so
He's not alone though, is he? He's got the rock. I'm gonna call him the rock creature.
like
because
it's
I know
3
it
or
will
less.
annoy people.
It's 3 or less characters.
What
But yes,
about all the
Once.
people down on the ground?
Yes, and Ex
Who's then-
Machina. I mean, I think Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Yeah, there's not many people in Ex Machina, is there? To be fair,
No. Oh, we're
and
really
if,
kind of
especially
focused
if we're
on 3
counting,
characters.
especially if we're counting Alicia Vikander as not a person because she's a robot.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Crazy one in the chat says Project Hail Mary does not count, and I am
Okay.
one to agree with him.
Okay. I just like to keep it fair and open for everybody, but understandable to dispute that for sure.
So you like to have arguments, Jenny. That's what.
Yes. And Crazy 1373 says, "Off the bat, my first initial response was going to be 2013's Gravity, but I already used that answer in a previous episode. So I'm going to go with Paranormal Activity. Although the lore gets explored later in the sequels, the first one was a genius low-budget home video style found footage film about a couple who just bought a new house and found out that it may have been haunted, and the boyfriend's determination to uncover the truth. In my opinion, this movie wins because the storytelling outweighs the style, and it completely deserved the franchise it got up until the 4th entry. LOL." So I've never seen any Paranormal Activity movies. So
I never mind. You have never seen any. I have never really had any interest in seeing any Paranormal Activity.
I mean, because that's my least favorite kind of horror. Honestly, is like
yes, I would
paranormal,
agree
supernatural.
with you. Well, no, I wouldn't agree with you there. I would agree that found footage is probably one of my least favorite.
Same. I'd say that too.
However, the influence of Paranormal Activity cannot be disputed, so you've got to give
No,
it credit.
Exactly, 100%. And I think my friend let me borrow like a stack of movies like years ago, and they're just still sitting here in my house. And one of them is Paranormal Activity, so she lent it to me to watch like
Maybe that
At
first one is
least,
worth
at
watching.
least, like a decade ago now, and I haven't watched it. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's sitting there. So maybe I'll
maybe
give
that
it a
first
watch.
one is definitely worth watching. He is
Yeah.
reiterating his point in the chat as well.
Okay. Brilliant storytelling. I can get behind that. I can get behind that for sure. So then we have the favorite racing movie question. Dio Karen Baldio says, I know it's not a racing movie, but the pod racing in Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, love the sound editing in that scene. So Star Wars just coming up all over the place
It
today.
is. Oh, look, I'll agree with Dio Karen there. The pod race in Phantom Menace is very good, but you
Yeah.
said it yourself. I know this is not a racing movie, but I'm not having it. It's not a valid answer.
Okay.
I
I'm
disregard
allowing
the
you.
answer.
I'm allowing you to make the rules because I'm much nicer and would give people
Crazy
grace.
one, what we saying in the chat? Pod racing in Phantom
He's your
Menace.
backup. He's your backup. I mean, you took the brothers of Anakin and Obi-Wan, but not the pod racing.
I did, yeah.
It is a whole racing sequence. I mean, it's a full-on sequence.
No, it's a great scene. It's wonderful. I can't dispute that. As an answer, if it was like, what's the best racing scene? Sure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I wouldn't have chosen the Fast and Furious if we'd have gone with what's the best racing scene, would I?
Yes, fair. Okay. And Dio Karen also does a little impression from my pick, which was Too Fast, Too Furious, of Cole Hauser's villain saying, I'll take my gutter back.
Very nice.
Yes. Sarah Barra says, honorable mention to Pegasus 2019. It's a Chinese rally racing movie, but my pick is, of course, The Great Race with Natalie Wood. Actually, a stacked cast all around, but I think she steals the whole show. It's crazy, stupid fun. Oh my gosh, Sarah Barra just always coming in with great movies, like picks that like I've never heard of, but she makes them sound so interesting. So like Pegasus 2019, I've never even heard of that.
The Great Race, 1965.
Yes,
very nice.
Definitely want to check that out. And yeah, Pegasus, I've never heard of that either. Her honorable mention. So
I like the Wikipedia here for The Great Race, which is The Great Race is a 1965 American technical epic slapstick comedy.
Oh, lots of
epic slapstick comedy. I mean, my God, what's going on there?
Yes. And for Natalie Wood to stand out and all of that, very impressive. So I'm curious.
Well,
my curiosity is piqued.
Considering we have a Some Like It Hot return from Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis as the two in the movie.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Very fun. Okay. Color me intrigued. Then we have Crazy 1373. Okay, hear me out. 2008 Speed Racer was truly ahead of its time. Hey, you told me if you like it, you like it. No, you don't have to debate. Like, just you like it. 2008 Speed Racer was truly ahead of its time. It captures the essence of the 1960s anime. Yes, it was anime series, but the technological advances of the era. I think the Wachowskis did an excellent job on this movie, and it wasn't really appreciated for what it was supposed to be. It even got nominated for a Razzie Award. I think you can reboot this movie for this day and age. Yeah, I remember loving the style of the Speed Racer movie. Like, it looked really cool. I think the characters, yes, were very kind of one-to-one, like visually of the anime. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I think that is a film that has gotten a pretty positive reappraisal because it just had a big, I think, Steelbook release as well. And I think that like did pretty well. So yeah, I think it's definitely a movie people have kind of been praising more on a recent reappraisal. So no, I think that's a solid pick.
I can't say I've seen the Wachowskis' Speed Racer.
Are you like at least kind of vaguely familiar with it?
I'm familiar. I was familiar with it in the sense that I did not believe it to be a particularly well thought of movie.
Okay. So then we move on to the what's one of your favorite movies with a family who fights to survive. Crazy1373 says, I have a couple. A Quiet Place.
Yes,
Prob-
thank you, crazy one. There we go.
but but my deep cut is 2002's Signs. M. Night Shyamalan's suspenseful
Oh.
sci-fi thriller uh, has a Mel Gibson discovering crop circles leading to an alien invasion while dealing with the death of his wife and protecting his family from the incoming terror.
Yes, I mean,
Did we?
Signs is very good. Here we have
It's
another example of, oh,
some-
what a good movie, but we have to look at his face.
Exactly, and I think did we do that in our M. Night Shyamalan series? I
We
think
did,
we
yes.
did, yeah.
It's a really good. It is very, very good. It is,
Yes, it is.
and it is
Yeah.
exactly about what we asked it to be about. That is a good answer.
Yeah, and I love the family unit, how they come together to, like, each of them kind of play a part in the defeating of the aliens kind of thing. It's really kind of fun, so
Mel
yeah.
Gibson has made too many good movies
I
to
know,
be
it's
Mel
very
Gibson.
disappointing. I know, it's really frustrating, for real. Then we have Koch 200, Eric. He says,
Hello.
The Hills Have Eyes, 1977. Yeah, I mean, I watched that for the first time just a couple years ago.
What was this for? Family fighting for survival? Yes, okay,
Yeah,
I'll give it.
mhm,
Yes, yes,
like,
yes.
you know, they have to fight against these creepy mountain people.
Very,
Okay,
very
yeah.
creepy. I mean, look, the Hills of I don't mind the Hills of Eyes. I quite like the Hills of Eyes. I think it's very effective. I think it's creepy. I think it is very, very unsettling and
Yeah.
a wonderful, grimy, dirty 70s,
Yeah.
you know, nasty little thing. Wes Craven, obviously, great. Knows his horror very well, started
Mhm.
being nasty, came into being a bit more satirical with his horror,
Yeah.
shall we say. And you know, wonderfully so.
Yeah.
The Hills Have Eyes isn't I mean, it's a very negative depiction of certain types of people, isn't it? But it's also, that's
Yeah.
the point of it.
I mean, and the
You know,
time it came out, I mean, yeah.
there might have been cannibal inbred people living in the hills,
And in the mountains,
of the
yeah.
desert and the
Yeah.
desert mountains. There might have been, you know, who's to
You
say?
never
They
know.
might still be
Yeah.
there.
Just
We don't know what goes off. The US is a
lamenting
big
this
place.
movie. How dare you, Wes Craven, publicize our whereabouts?
Well, they don't know about movies. Who knows what goes on in the US?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes,
the
who knows? Who knows?
where, I don't even know where the Hills of Eyes is properly set, but I imagine it's the sort of New Mexico, Arizona,
Kinda
Colorado
deserty, yeah.
area,
Yeah, perhaps.
Nevada, and I think
Yes.
it might be Nevada actually. I mean, there's so much space there. You don't know what's going on there.
What's
It's like
lurking in those hills.
it's like the Appalachian Mountains. There's places in the
Oh,
Appalachian
yeah.
Mountains where people just don't go because you don't know what's down there.
No,
And
yeah.
there's not even a road. It's just a dirt track to some wooden shack somewhere. And it might as well be some sort of
Yes,
witch's
and hence
house.
lots of I mean, and hence lots of horror movies about the Appalachian Mountains and people.
Terrifying place.
Yes. So then we move on to what's one of your favorite courtroom movies question.
Time to
Eric
kill.
Monroe.
Just shouting. I don't know why I shout.
You're very excited. Eric Monroe says Primal Fear, 1996.
Oh, Primal Fear is very
A
good.
good one.
Yes.
We did cover that. I believe that was in our courtroom series. Was that in
It
our
was,
courtroom
yes. It was
series?
in that same series.
I think it was the first one because we did a mix of genres, I think. So
I wonder if Primal Fear does, because I have never rewatched it since that series, and I probably should have done because I
yeah, it's
really
great.
did like it.
Yeah.
I do wonder what it is like upon second watch when you obviously know
the twist. Yeah, because now you can watch it and see when he is, like, you know, being Aaron and when he's not and all that kind of thing. So yeah, solid choice. And Steve Dagata,
Hello,
Finopi
Steve.
Steve. He says My Cousin Vinny, The Verdict, and Jagged Edge. I've been meaning to watch The Verdict. I believe that's the one with Paul Newman.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes. yeah.
From the
So
80s, is it
yes.
82-ish, I think, the verdict.
I think so. So yeah, that always when I was doing my little run of thrillers, like that one was like popping up, watch next kind of thing. So
Well,
yeah, I
why
think
not? You know, any excuse
I
to look at
know.
Paul Newman.
And at any age, Paul Newman, yeah, yowza. So
Well,
yeah, see
at
now crazy
any
one's
age,
fighting with me. Any age,
any
any age.
any age. Road to
Yeah.
Perdition, Paul Newman, you know.
I mean,
Well, yes, I mean, it's still Paul Newman, I suppose, isn't he? He ages
yeah.
better than Gregory Peck.
Yes, much better. I'm so sorry, Gregory. I love you. Yeah, the crazy one's fighting with me now. I'm sorry. Stole your answer. But yes, and Jagged Edge. I think is that a Mike? Is that a who's your favorite guy? I can't remember who you just said.
My favorite guy.
Yes, Field of
Who's my
Dreams.
favorite guy?
Why his Kevin Costner? I think
Costner.
it's Costner
No,
Jagged
Kevin
Edge.
Costner. No, Jagged Edge is Jeff Bridges
Jeff Bridges.
and
Okay.
Glenn Close.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yes, that one has been popping up too on my watch next and my little run of thrillers I've been watching.
I may have cut out of the live stream for a little bit there. I don't know quite what happened. If that did affect anything, I don't know. If it was fine, it was fine. Forgive me for misplacing myself.
Disappear. Oh, that's what comes with this format that we're testing out today.
Yes, it is. The audio listeners in a few days may have to contend with long pauses of freezing.
Yeah, sorry.
But they may not. We don't know what the record looks like.
Yeah, that's true. Sarah Barra, she says Anne of a Thousand Days, 1969. A significant portion of the movie takes place during the trial of Anne Boleyn. It's wild to see how far the English and by extension American justice system has come, and even more wild how many things are still the same. Ooh.
Yes, this is a movie I want to watch. This is one that I've been trying to put a series together of British historical time period movies on the main show.
Okay.
And I've never been quite able to nail it down into like how many Henry VIII based movies do you exactly want to do? Because you could do a 4-episode series on those,
on that alone.
same thing.
Yeah.
And do you really want to do that? So if you throw a few others in there, is there really enough truly great ones without then throwing like a King Arthur one in there, which is obviously not real history?
Yeah.
So it's always bothered me a little bit, that series.
Trying to make a series around that. But yeah, no, that sounds really interesting. And I think Sarah Barr, she's like always picking really solid 60s stuff that sounds really interesting. So definitely like an underrated era, I think, to delve into is the 60s for sure.
Get a nice lot of recommendations from Sarah Barr, definitely.
Yes. And Crazy One says, yes, because I stole his answer. My cousin Vinny was my pick. No fair.
It is fair. You're allowed to have the same.
Yes, it's fine. But he'll go with Runaway Jury. So the second time we're hearing that one as well. Like, what was the case about? It really was a backdrop because talking about a chess game of jury manipulating Gene Hackman versus John Cusack in a game of persuasion and one-upsmanship made this movie an edge of your seat courtroom suspense. Yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah. Yes. And always like in these John Grisham films, like a mixed up cast of actors that you never would expect to be.
Wonderful ensemble in every John Grisham movie.
Yes. Then we have our what's your favorite movie president question. Eric Monroe says James Marshall Air Force One, 1995. I don't know why we did this, but we did do a watch along of Air Force One for some reason.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I don't remember what it was. It was that felt very random, but we did one, so it's on the channel if you want to go back and watch it with us.
Oh, I'm wondering if it was that long ago and it was maybe something to do with when Joe Biden became president and we were all a bit like, let's talk about
president stuff.
presidents being positive again after 4 years of the guy we've got.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe it was something like that.
Yes, that's a good point. But here with this question is where we get the little, the little rat-a-tat with Eric and
A fight?
Crazy One. So Eric said James Marshall, Air Force One, 1997. Crazy One says, Eric Monroe, dude, we have to stop picking the same answer.
Crazy One, we're allowed to have the same answers for
and
goodness
Eric
sake.
just laughs back at LMAO. So yes, I love.
Well,
I
I
love
was
seeing that.
expecting a
I love
fight.
seeing
I
the
was-
No. I love seeing the intermingling of our people. It's nice.
Yes, definitely. It's very cool.
And Steve DeGata says favorite movie president is Dave Kevin Kline. LOL. I also like
Well, it
Morgan
would be
Freeman
for
in
Steve.
That's what I replied about that. He says he also likes Morgan Freeman in Deep Impact. James Marshall, Harrison Ford, others have mentioned, is also at the top. And then I said, not Dave, not Meet Dave, because I think when we did the President series, we said we were doing Dave, and he thought it was that like ridiculous Eddie Murphy movie, Meet Dave.
Yes.
And I was like,
did.
no.
Which is obviously got nothing to do with the president at all.
No. So then I replied, not Meet Dave, and he laughed. So yes, yeah.
Nice to see Steve getting into some of the answers as well. Not seeing Steve for
Steve
a while.
in a little bit. Yes, and Dio Karen Baldio, he just replies with the gif of Bill Pullman as the president in Independence
Well,
Day.
yes, I mean you can't argue with it, can you? I suppose.
Well, we get a nice answer from Sarah Vera also in favor of that, as she says, "Oh, hands down, it's Daddy Pullman from Independence Day."
Daddy Pullman.
Yes.
I mean,
I love it so much. Oh my God.
We're just referring to him as Daddy Pullman now
Daddy
because
Pullman.
his son is famous now as well, aren't we?
I
That's
mean,
the only
yes.
reason.
Yes, because we are fully aware that he's a daddy of a very handsome son that everybody adores. So,
but do people think of Bill Pullman that way these days?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I won't yuck anyone's yum, as they say.
Yes, Daddy Pullman. I love it. Crazy 1373 says he can kick you off his plane or he can Hulk out in the Rose Garden. So I'm not gonna name a character, but an actor, and of course it's Harrison Ford.
Yes. People
Yes.
do like Air Force One, don't they?
Yes, and yes, he's mentioning his hulky president in Captain America: Brave New World. So
yes,
yeah.
Which I knew was happening anyway.
Yes. Then we have what's your favorite? Well, you're gonna see it.
I'm sorry. I'm being very.
You're just so mumbling to yourself, being a hater.
My mumbling, grumbling.
Well, you're gonna see it in December, so stop your grumbling.
I am.
Yes. What's one of your favorite sports romance movies? Sarah Barra says Just Right, 2010. There's this scene where the jellyfish on a TV transitions into a shot of a knee X-ray. This movie did not need to go that hard on a cinematography, but it did. Yes, I love Just Right. We also covered that, I think, in our Black Rom-Com series as well.
Very long time ago.
Movie. Yes, Queen Latifah Common. Really love that one. Yeah. Crazy 1373 says, been thinking of every other movie besides Love and Basketball, so I can choose 1993's The Program. Although it was not a traditional romance movie, there are a couple of romances in the movie that are critical to the story. The Supply with Omar Epps and Halle Berry is a fun one, as Halle
Omar Epps loves these sports romance movies, doesn't he?
Yes, as Halle is used to recruit Omar, but is dating the guy in his starting position until the need for a tutor sparks the romance between them. Okay, so I've never seen either of those, The Supply or The Program. So
no, neither have I. Good recommendations.
Yes. And then we have our final Instagram. What's one of your favorite
What's from Instagram
characters?
today? I mean, Instagram does tend to be the most popular
Yes,
place these days for
you
that.
guys are
It's just
the hot spot. Our silent running question, what's one of your favorite characters alone in space movies? Crazy 1373 says, since me and Mr. Monroe apparently share brainwaves, I'm gonna science the shit out of the other answer and go with the Martian. Matt Damon in an epic? Nah, I can't see it. LOL. Stranded on Mars, he makes do with the resources he has until uh the rescue operation is launched. At least he didn't have to hear the sirens. Yeah.
no, I mean, listen, if there's one thing Matt Damon is very good at, it's wanting to get home.
Yes, to get stranded somewhere and like, yeah,
Having to be helped to get home. That's Matt Damon's
yes.
whole thing.
Yes, and I had wondered, like, is anyone ever gonna ask him about this? And I saw an interview did ask him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't mean to do these things. I guess I'm just kinda drawn to that that kind of energy. So, as long as they want me to play these characters that are trying to get home, I'll do it." So I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's done well for him this year, hasn't it?
Yes, very well. And Sarabar says Solaris 1972, I'd argue, led the way for
Oh,
Black Mirror and movies like Event Horizon. The remake sucks, by
yes.
the way. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Again, Solaris, uh, Tarkovsky movies kind of trying to maybe push Eugenine into doing a series of that, even though obviously it's very heady stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I do think it'd be worthwhile because Solaris is supposed to be amazing.
Okay.
And
All right.
I've heard it's also the most accessible Tarkovsky movie as well,
Okay.
um, which is always handy just as your first one. So
Okay.
whether it's that, because it's obviously philosophical sci-fi. There's nothing wrong with
Mhm.
a good bit of philosophical sci-fi.
Mhm.
It's not 2001, which you obviously don't like. I don't think it's that. I think it's got a bit
I mean,
more
have you done
complex psychological to that. So
yeah, okay. And 2001 is also one that I kind of maybe need to reappraise. So, because I haven't watched it in a while, but
I do need to watch Solaris. That is a gap of mine. Is Tarkovsky?
yes. Yes. So then oh, well, we do have just one more set of answers because,
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook are connected, so I'll ask a
Oh,
question on
Facebook. Yes,
Instagram
we'll
and
go
it'll
with the
so
Facebook answers. Yes.
when we bounce to the Facebook, Eric did answer Gravity 2013. Crazy.
Very
That said,
nice. Very
Eric
nice.
Monroe, I knew to check here before I answered. Changing mind now.
Stop fighting, crazy one. I
He
won't
just wants
stand for it.
he just wants to have unique answers, and I appreciate that.
Clearly.
Um, so then we move on to the cesspool that is Twitter. And
Oh dear.
we got like a little handful. We
Oh,
always get maybe
that's
like one or two from Twitter. Which I'm always gonna call it Twitter. So
oh, of course.
uh
We always refer to it as the app formerly known as Twitter,
you do. I just say
Twitter,
Twitter. I'm not
as though
saying all
Twitter
that.
is Prince.
Yes, exactly. So we have the what's your favorite interconnected plot movie question. Eric Monroe, he says, does Cat's Eye 1985 count? The cat is in all three stories during its travels.
Okay, I've no idea what Cat's Eye 1985 is, Eric.
Yeah,
Here is
no. 1985. Yeah, I've never heard of
another
Cat's Eye.
interesting one. Cat's Eye has Drew Barrymore. James Woods is back. And it is an anthology of 3 stories. Do
Okay.
anthology movies count for interconnected plots?
Oh,
There's a
that's why
good
he asked
question.
because he said the cat kind of is in each one, kind of connecting them in the same
Mm,
universe with this cat. So that's
well,
kind of why he posed it as a question. Like, does it count because the cat is in all three of the stories? So
listen, I'm gonna hold my hands up here. I think anthology movies don't count, Eric, because they all have the central bit that connect them all, don't they?
okay. I mean, not all. Some are very separate stories, and with one
No, I
person,
know, but they
maybe
all
like
have the central bit. Not maybe like the same thing turns up in each story, but they'll all like Tales from the Crypt will cut back to the
yeah,
crypt, and it will all be like, and
and talk
that's
to the
how
people.
you die.
Got
And
yeah,
Ralph
okay.
Richardson, he doesn't sound
Yeah,
like that.
no.
That's the Tales from the Crypt TV show with the Crypt
Yes.
Keeper who go, gives
Which
it
you'll
all
get to
that sort of
see,
nonsense.
which you might get to see later this year.
What, Tales from the Crypt?
Or
The
next year.
TV
Is it next
show?
year? Is it next year? Next
What's
year. We're
next
doing
year?
a series where you'll see the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, the Crypt Keeper. I thought that meant we were watching episodes of Tales from the Crypt, the TV show. I got confused.
No, but we will be doing a Tales from the Crypt. It's connected movie, I believe, next year. So
Do I
you'll
see?
the Crypt Keeper.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay. So the next question.
Oh, I know what
what's
you're
one of
talking about now. Yes, sorry.
Yes. What's one of your favorite movies where the character or characters know their fate? Classic movie Adoration says the 1949 film noir starring Edmund O'Brien called DOA. I won't
Thank
spoil it,
you, classic
but
movie
it is
Adoration. You are
sure.
one of my favorite people on Twitter because there's
Yes,
nobody left on
literally.
Twitter.
Like Eric and her are the only reasons I stay on Twitter. Yes, I won't spoil it, but it is sure a gripping example of someone knowing their fate.
Yes, it is.
Yes. You all very much got me intrigued about that film.
I think I did
Um,
spoil it.
yeah, so thanks a lot.
Well, no, not exactly. It's still a good mystery.
Yes. So then we have our what's your favorite racing movie question. Eric Monroe says Cool Runnings in 1993. Feel the rhythm.
Oh, I'll give you Cool Runnings,
Come on,
definitely. I
everybody.
should have
It's
probably
bobsled time.
I should have probably picked Cool Runnings if we're going for that as a racing movie.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
do
I
like
think
Cool
that's a good
Runnings.
one. Good
Everybody likes
answer.
Cool Runnings.
Yes. And our last Twitter question. What's one of your favorite sports romance movies? Eric Monroe. Yes, a man after my own heart. It's the cutting edge for me as well. But to give another
Is it
answer,
though?
yes. It's what's your problem?
I understand, but I think this is Eric Monroe.
So everybody, this is the last podcast that me and Morgan are ever going to do together. Because he's being hater.
I'm not. I like the cutting edge. I simply think this is Eric Monroe trying to appease you and not give his own.
I mean,
answer.
who loves Dawson's Creek probably knows Dawson's Creek more than I do. Eric Monroe. So we are just aligned in taste.
Fair. You know what? That's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. I'll accept it.
Yes. But he says, to give another answer, he says Blue Crush 2002, which is a movie I know that you probably don't know either. So again, aligned in taste. It's a surfing movie with Kate Bosworth and Michelle Rodriguez once again playing the tough girl. So it's a group of female friends who are surfers in Hawaii and kind of their day-to-day trying to struggle to get by. And one of them, she wants to her friends are kind of pushing her to enter this contest, but she got in a bad accident and is afraid to kind of get back in there. So it's kind of her attempting to try to get back into surfing. So it's a good 2000s era girly kind of led movie with a little bit of substance in there. Yeah, Blue Crush is a good one. So then we move on to Blue Sky.
Yay! I always get excited for Blue Sky, obviously, only because it's a short, snappy one, but you get your deep cut.
Yes.
I feel like everybody's gonna think Jennifer Lewis is my favorite answerer, and really it's just because of the type of you say Eric Monroe and you are of similar brains when it comes to things. I think me and
Jennifer Lewis
enjoy the same movies.
Yes. And Crazy One and Sarabara are the best at giving us quite a few interesting things we've never heard of. They give us kind of outside the box things and Sarabara does it kind of in the classic sphere and Crazy One does it kind of in the modern sphere. So which
Yes.
is like appealing to both you and me. So yeah.
Everybody is a wonderful answerer, and
Yes.
I love them
We
all.
love you all. Yes. So yes, over on Blue Sky, we have the what's one of your favorite interconnected plots. Jennifer Lewis says, despite its issues and my dislike for several of the stories, I have to go with Love Actually. Maybe dropping a few of
Ooh.
the stories, like bro going to the US and guy lusting after kind of stalking his friend's wife, would have reduced some of the cringe. Yes, I mean, I have to admit,
Yes.
I loved Love Actually when, I saw it in the theater with my sister and thought it was so cute, and then, yes, upon a reappraisal, very much like, "Ooh, yeah, that's kinda,
Yes, I mean, could quite comfortably, if I hadn't have seen the movie, put it in a planned series for next year. Problematic
problematic
plots.
plots." Yes, yes, very much so. Then we have the what's one of your favorite movies where characters knows their fate? Well, post a movie postmortem podcast. He's also a great answerer over on Blue Sky as well because he also says DOA 1949.
Very nice.
It's
Very
like, oh, there
good.
was a very long
Yes.
pause there, so we might have a bit of a delay. I was like waiting for you to respond, and nothing was happening. So
It may have jittered out and froze again. I do apologize for that. Yes, I did hear somebody else answer DOA, so I'm happy about that.
Yes. And then we have the what's your favorite movies about brothers question. Ooh, movie postmortem gives an interesting one that is something we recently covered.
Ooh,
Honestly, any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films, brotherhood is basically the major theme of all of them, and I'm
okay.
always a sucker for when they finally come together as brothers and kick butt. So this could also answer the move family that fights to survive kind of question
It
as well,
could. That
maybe a little bit.
what a wonderful out of the box way of thinking. This is
Yeah.
the Ninja
Yes,
Turtles
yes.
are brothers, and they're also a family that fight to survive. Very good. I like it. Applause.
Yes, so awesome movie postmortem podcast. Appreciate that. And Jennifer Lewis says Sinners, interesting dynamic between the
Yes.
twins with somewhat different personalities that complement each other. Yeah.
Yes, obviously very
Yeah.
good, wonderful
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
Probably last year's best movie.
100%. 1000%. Then we have the what's one of your favorite films that focuses on 3 or less characters. Movie postmortem podcast says 10 Cloverfield Lane is my favorite as well. We did
Mhm.
an episode on it in February, which I did listen to.
Oh, very nice movie
I do like movie
postmortem.
postmortem podcast. And then Jennifer Lewis says Past Lives. It came out the same year as Perfect Days, which I also would have considered if it wasn't an answer last month. They're a moving
Yes,
movie
people were
about
talking
missed
about Perfect
opportunities.
Days last month. Many
Yes,
people.
yes, and Past Lives, I haven't seen that, which, people loved Past Lives, but I didn't like
Did.
The Materialists, which was from the same person, so I was like, "How do you
Oh.
just, like, go so far in the other direction when it comes to romance?" But, no, I've heard great things about Past Lives, so definitely.
So have I. I feel like it would have been a movie that I would have seen Past Lives, to
Mhm.
be honest with you. No, I
Yes, yes.
didn't.
Yeah, definitely on the list. Then we have what's one of your favorite racing movies. Jennifer Lewis says, not a traditional racing movie, but there's some fast driving as one tries to outrace another. Smokey and the Bandit. RIP my childhood
I know-
cats.
I love it.
RIP my childhood cats, Smokey and the Bandit. Oh.
I have multiple points to that answer. Yes, I'm a fan of somebody else going with Smokey and the Bandit here. Multiple answers for Smokey and the
Yeah.
Bandit for this question. Great. I adore even more the fact that your cats were called Smokey and not
And
Bandit.
oh no, it is Bandit.
The
She said
Bandit.
Bandit. I added the Bandit.
Oh,
So no, she said Smokey and
that
Bandit.
makes it
Yeah.
so much worse. I retract my entire point.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's Smokey and Bandit, she said. Yes.
It should have been the Bandit.
R.I.P. Smokey and Bandit. Should have been named the Bandit.
The
apparently.
Bandit.
Just call it, hey, the Bandit. The Bandit.
It's like if you were to name two of your pets Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. You want to name them Butch and the Sundance Kid, not Sundance. The full,
But I mean,
the Sundance Kid. It would just be hilarious. So you have to call. Imagine if it's a dog as well, and you're in the dog park calling out the bandit, the Sundance Kid, come back. It would be hilarious. People would be looking at you like you're an insane person.
Butch and Sundance still gets the point across, I think.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't get the point across. I'm going with what's the funnier name.
You know, to just shout out and people just be like,
the bandit.
Really
the bandit.
Oh, sounds ridiculous. But I get it, I guess. Then we have what's one of your favorite families fighting to survive movies? Brian Hurst. He says, always going to take a chance to praise the underrated 90s classic Dante's Peak. Great disaster flick with lots of family drama. Yeah.
Very nice, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to hear from Brian as well. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, and Jennifer Lewis, a woman after my own heart. Just look to the side of me. Terminator 2, again, still love how badass little Linda Hamilton was in protecting her son. And Eddie Furlong did okay. She said, and Eddie Furlong did okay too.
He was fine. He was fine. Yes. He was there. Yes, good point, actually. Don't immediately think of that as a family survival.
No, but I mean, it kind of is. Excited for my birthday where they are re-releasing the movie, and my whole family is going to watch Terminator 2. Yes,
on their own,
3D.
without you.
Yeah, yes, without me.
On your birthday, we're all going watching Terminator 2. Oh.
Bye.
Can you invite me? No, it's sold out.
No. No. Spend Judgment Day alone. And then we have what's one of your favorite courtroom movies? Movie Postmortem Podcast says 12 Angry Men. It is a comfort film that I can just watch and enjoy no matter what day it is. Yeah,
you know what though? My why do I always have to argue with everybody about their answers? My argument to this is
over here shouting at Crazy One not to argue. And you just nitpicking everybody.
Right. No. The problem is, I'm going to argue that point now. Crazy One fights people. I'm not fighting anybody. All I'm saying,
you're debating. Technically,
12 Angry Men doesn't take place in the courtroom.
No, it's like the jury deliberation. Yes, and I think it's come up more than once. So you're gonna.
If we're talking like legal movies, absolutely, yeah, sure. I'm being very nitpicky. It's obviously a wonderful movie. I'll accept.
Yes, and I mean, it's based off of A Few Good Men. That's where the question is posed from. So I guess I could have said legal movies because A Few Good Men doesn't fully take place in the courtroom either.
No, it doesn't.
Drama.
No.
So I guess I should have maybe just framed it as legal films or something.
See, Crazy One says he doesn't fight; he aggressively pursues, which sounds a bit creepy.
Oh, wow, I kind of like that. I kind of like the phrasing of that.
No, I don't like the phrasing of that at all.
No, but I read it as like pursuing your truth.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
I'm trying to be funny.
I don't know if it's coming off that way. You're coming off mean. So mean.
I'm just being dry about it.
Yes, it's
sounds like you're turning into Michael Myers, Crazy One. What's going on there? It's aggressively pursuing people.
It's your British wit.
Never mind Eric Monroe's remake of Halloween. We'll have Crazy One there.
Both of you. We'll have both of you. All right. Jennifer Lewis. Yes. Jennifer Lewis supports my answer and says 2 Utes. I love my cousin Vinny. I avoided it for years because I thought it was just another mafia movie. But my answer is also 12 Angry Men. Amazing cast. Suffocating Space, the movie that taught me about critical thinking skills.
I mean, that's a fair point. It probably taught me about significant critical thinking skills because I think I remember watching 12 Angry Men for the first time when I was about 15 or something like that. So,
yes.
buying an old DVD of it that I still have, and watching it when I'm
Yes.
first properly getting into movies fully.
Yeah. It's a
To
very
this
good one.
extent.
Yes, and just a confusing connection for my brain because for years I always thought it was George C. Scott, which is like the two actors with the initial in the middle of their names. So George C.
Oh, Lee
Scott.
J. Cobb, yes.
Yes, I always thought Lee J. Cobb was George C. Scott in that movie, and then I watched it, I'm like, wait, that's not George C. Scott. Lee J. Cobb. Why are
But
their
it could
names
be.
like yes? But then you go to the remake, the William Friedkin, I think straight to TV remake, and who was playing that same character? George C. Scott.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
who replaces Lee J. Cobb in Exorcist 3? George C. Scott.
George C. Scott. Yes.
Yes. Just want to
The strange thing is I remember watching that William Friedkin TV remake when we covered 12 Angry Men on the main show, and I didn't like it at all. I thought
it was very dull. It was
so
dull. Jack Lemmon is playing an old Jack Lemmon because I think it was from like the 90s or something.
Yeah, it's from 97.
Jack Lemmon is playing the Henry Fonda role, and it's so dull. It's so boring. And it's William Friedkin, so you would expect it to be really like just as intense and thoughtful. And no, it's just so boring. Oh my god. It's one of our worst deja vu remake discussions, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I completely echo that. My point to bring that up was it's quite a beloved remake. If you actually look general consensus wise, people like that as a remake, and I don't quite get it.
Because didn't I tell you, like, I found out that like Jack Lemmon actually like won an Emmy for that or won a Golden Globe for that.
Yeah, it was really well
he won a Golden
acclaimed.
Globe. Yes. I think he beat somebody really good, and that was the point. I was looking up something else, somebody else's like winning of something, and saw that Jack Lemmon had won a Golden Globe for that, I think. And I'm just like,
very weird. Very weird.
It's very dull. But yes.
Let's also point out, crazy one in the chat says he meant to say persuade, not pursue. Which you'll forgive the creepiness then, because obviously you can aggressively persuade anybody you want, unless obviously it's in a manipulative way.
Yes.
So and you still want to be
I think works a little better. But I knew what you meant. Crazy when I wasn't calling you.
Well, isn't it nice that we're all on the side? We're all on the same wavelength. Why can't I have my fun?
So we move on to our what's your favorite president question. And Jennifer Lewis says, good choice. I'll go with Harrison Ford from Air Force One. Honorable mention to fun choice of Peter Sellers from Dr. Strangelove. This came out the same year as Failsafe, and I think both involved a warning call to the USSR. Did Strangelove parody that call? So I did mention that we talked about these movies being sister films on the podcast episode because she hadn't quite listened to it yet. But yeah, good pick.
Nobody's picked Henry Fonda in Failsafe though, which I'm surprised.
I know. Yeah, and he's just the president. So
he's so good.
Yeah, he's very good. And good in 12 Angry Men. Then we have, what's your favorite sports romance question? Jennifer Lewis says, ditto, The Cutting Edge. Toe pick.
Oh, very good. Well, everybody likes The Cutting Edge, don't they? Very good. Toe pick. Toe pick. Yes, toe pick.
Yeah, see, people like The Cutting Edge.
I don't know.
How many times have we heard it today? Anything. Multiple times. People have said The Cutting Edge.
How many times have you heard me say anything actually bad about The Cutting Edge?
Oh, The Cutting Edge. Nobody's actually seen The Cutting Edge. You said.
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
You said, I don't think anyone's actually seen The Cutting Edge.
I don't know why I'm now talking in some sort of strange regal accent, but
it's because it's your British snobbery.
Is it?
Yes, it is. So then we move on to our final question.
Very good.
Guy. What's one of your favorite movies where a character is alone in space? Jennifer Lewis says, she's not impressed with this subgenre of film because she says, I've seen Gravity. She says, I've seen Gravity, The Martian, and Project Hail Mary. They were fine. I don't think I could call any of them a favorite, even though this is a scenario I would like. So none of those have really entertained her to any kind of degree.
Okay.
So, yes.
Interesting point there.
Yes. So we are rounding out, coming to an end with Patreon, our Patreon answering, and then we get into YouTube to close things out. So
but let's have a bit of a blast through these. We've been wasting time dithering and hittering around, haven't we?
Well, I mean, that's what we do here.
It is what we do.
So over on Patreon, of course, we had the what is your favorite interconnected plot movie? Marley loves movies. He says Elephant 2003, directed by Gus Van Sant, is a shocking film, follows the lives of several teenagers in high school leading up to a tragic event. It's an enlightening film because it highlights that literally anyone can snap and how our current environment for American schools set these children up for failure. Wow, I've never heard of Elephant.
No, that sounds very dark and very effective.
Yes. Then we have our 3 or less characters question. A movie with 3 or less characters. Marley Loves Movies says Swiss Army Man 2016. It is really great, starring great Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, very strange. And I was really excited to see Daniel Radcliffe kind of delve into something different for him. And Paul Dano get to lead a movie. So, because he's always kind of a supporting character. So yeah, great pick. Then we have the what's your favorite racing movie question. Marla Loves Movie says, Janine, you are coming after my heart since you are holding down the family, the hashtag family. He says, this month I will pick Rush 2013, directed by Ron Howard. It tells the story of race car driver Niki Lauda and James Hunt's rivalry in Formula One. Not only is this movie sexy as hell, mainly thanks to Chris Hemsworth, but Howard directs the hell out of it, delivering a total white knuckle experience during the racing scenes.
I'd like to point out, Marley, I also answered Fast and Furious, so
yes, Morgan is holding it down for the family as well.
Which is surprising coming from me, isn't it, Marley?
Yes.
They're shocked.
Yes. Well, I think he did actually go back and listen to our whole series of you watching those films for the first time and enjoyed that you enjoyed them. So might not be too much of a surprise if you've listened to that series that we did on them.
Maybe not.
So then we have our favorite movie about brothers question. Marley Loves Movies says, Janine, you might hurt me really badly if I didn't pick this film. So I'm going with Too Fast, Too Furious. The brothers for life are Brian O'Connor and Roman Pierce. God. Even though they aren't blood brothers, the film is a constant reminder of how you need to keep the people who care about you as close as possible. Yes, I know. I think this is the 3rd week in a row that I'm picking a Fast and Furious movie, but to put it, but to that I say, forget about it, cuz.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So such a great, beautiful line delivery. You will be missed, Paul Walker, for that gorgeous line that you gave us. Then we have what's your favorite?
Gold just was used. I'd like to just
forget about it. So good. Then we have the what's one of your favorite family fighting to survive movies question. Didn't quite get an answer. We just got a surprise from Adam Witt, who said never thought that this was a subgenre, or never thought of this as a subgenre. So yeah,
it is, Adam. It is.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few movies you could think of that, like, a family has to team up together and like fight against, an evil force.
Panic in Year Zero. Good movie.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody brought up The Hills Have Eyes. I think we get a little bit of that in Last House on the Left as well. So,
yeah, well, if
is it fighting to survive or
survive? It's not really fighting to survive. It's fighting for revenge.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So then we have the favorite courtroom movies question. Marty Loves Movie says, I love 12 Angry Men, but not only is it a film about a story about emotions and how easily people can be swayed, but also about how flawed America's judicial system can be. Yeah.
Well, yes. I mean, look, people. I rescind my earlier point to not count 12 Angry Men as a courtroom movie. Obviously, it's about a court case, so I suppose we
Yes,
have
and they're
to.
about to head to court with this answer, so
They
that's what it
are.
circles around. So I think it's a fair thing. So now we move on to our last little set of answers over on YouTube, which I'm looking
Yay!
at YouTube.
Obviously, this is typically Alejandro Hernandez on YouTube,
Yes,
I would
but we got a
imagine.
couple other, comments and
Oh,
answers. So yes, but it's mostly Alejandro is our YouTube person. So we have like our,
he's
distinct people in all facets, which I kind of love. So
and
for
then
the
Eric
first
Monroe
question,
on
yes, who's
everything.
just equal opportunity everywhere. So we have the what's a movie where characters know their fate? Alejandro Hernandez says, just to bum everyone out, I'm going with Rent, arguably my favorite stage
No.
musical of all time. Jonathan Larson depicts New York's Lower East Side in painful realistic detail. Throw in one of the most iconic and recognizable scores in musical theater history, and there's
Yeah, okay.
no question as to why Rent has become the phenomenon it is. Yeah, I mean, all of
Yeah.
its kind of depiction of the AIDS crisis and,
Yeah.
poor
I'll
living
give you that.
circumstances and all of that, yeah. Uh, and then, since my answer was Claude Rains in Notorious, Scotty Knutson 9880 says Claude Rains is epic in Now Voyager with Miss
Yes,
Betty
he is.
Davis as the lead. Yes, a movie we absolutely loved when we covered it on the podcast. It's a movie that I
Do you know who
completely
else
fell
is
in love with.
epic in Now Voyager? Everyone. Do you know what else
Yeah.
is great? Now Voyager. Do you know everything about Now Voyager? So good. Did you know
It's
that?
so good. It's so great. It's so good. That final line, the story, everything. Oh, I just love Now Voyager so much. It's so charming and beautiful, and it's great, 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 great. Love it. So I'm glad somebody
It will
mentioned
make you
that.
want to take up smoking, and you shouldn't do that.
I know they make smoking romantic. Like what?
So romantic.
Yes, like
Unbelievably
we've
romantic.
seen smoking be made cool, but romantic? Yeah,
Yeah.
this movie does it.
Only in Now
So
Voyager.
yes. So then we have the what's one of your favorite movies about brothers? At the Alejandro Hernandez says, man, I can think of several, but for a somewhat unorthodox pick, Good Night Mommy. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know what Goodnight Mummy is. I'll have to have a
Yeah,
look.
yeah, it doesn't give a year,
Well,
so I'm not sure.
I'll find it somewhere. We can move on to the other answers.
Well, Koch 200, Eric showing up on YouTube with Sinners.
I think Eric just makes a point with Sinners. I love it. I think Eric just purposely makes a point to go everywhere. Goodnight Mummy appears to be from 2022 and is a horror movie
Okay.
starring nobody I've ever heard of.
Okay,
Oh
so
no,
maybe like
starring
a
Naomi Watts
oh,
as the
okay.
mother of two
All right.
brothers.
Oh, okay. I'm down for a good horror movie. So then we have the what's one of your favorite films that focuses on three characters or less? At the Alejandro Hernandez says, I'm having trouble choosing between Magic 1979 and
Oh, very
Bug
good.
2006. So I've never heard of Bug, but
No, I don't know.
Magic we love. We did cover Magic on Morgan hasn't seen horror for each decade series, like decades of horror series. So yeah, and definitely
Very
a
small cast,
fairly
actually,
small
in Magic.
cast.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I like
Bug
that.
is Bug stars Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon and Harry
Oh,
Connick Jr. It is a psychological horror movie from 2006. Yes.
ooh, okay. I might check that out because that was like I think Ashley Judd's kind of big era when she was really in a lot of stuff. Yeah. And Harry Connick Jr. will be popping up in our Sandra Bullock series as well. So
Yes, he will.
Yes. So then we have the what's your favorite courtroom movies question at the Alejandro Hernandez says, I'm also stuck between two, The Exorcism of Emily Rose or Liar Liar. I mean, Exorcism of Emily Rose was in our courtroom series
It
because it was a
was a great
horror.
one.
Yes, a movie that like I off surface didn't think it was a courtroom. And then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, this is like a courtroom movie. Like it's a horror thing, but it's fully like a courtroom movie. So loved kind of the surprise of that with that movie that we did cover in that series. And Liar Liar, yeah, I mean, quite a bit of it is circles around a court case that he has to do with the restriction of not being able to lie. So that's always fun in those scenes for sure. So yeah, the courtroom stuff
Yes.
and I Liar Liar is always a fun surprise because you kind of forget about it because there's so much other goofiness that he has to do in that movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
great pick. Then we have your favorite movie president question at the Alejandro Hernandez says, man, I've always thought John Voight had such a badass moment as FDR in Pearl Harbor. I mean, I remember
John Voight, we
really,
don't like John Voight. Pearl Harbor, we don't like Pearl Harbor. What's going on here?
I mean, Pearl Harbor was like me and my ex-boyfriend from high school. We used to like buy movies together because we were like, oh yeah, we're going to be together forever.
Oh, God.
And so when we broke up, like there was a dispute on who was going to take Pearl Harbor, but I wanted something else more. So I just like made him think I
I'm,
really wanted
I'm,
Pearl Harbor. So he would give me the one I wanted and he could take Pearl Harbor.
well,
So
I'm glad you
yes.
manipulated that in an appropriate way. As far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, there is only one good Pearl Harbor movie, and it is called From Here to Eternity.
Yes, yes. But I was in high school, I was like, oh my gosh, Pearl Harbor, it just looks really pretty and it's epic and very attractive
Sure,
people, you know.
sure.
And so
Being
you know,
very
an
bland and
an
boring.
epic music and you know, a over the top love story. And then yeah, on subsequent rewatch, I'm like, this is like this is not
No, we should say hello to Marley, who has just popped in the
Yes,
chat
hi
at the
Marley.
final straw here, and Bernowitz as
You
well,
just
who is in the
hi.
chat.
Yes, we're just about to finish. We're on our last little bit of questions here. And Marley, you just missed all of your answers that we discussed,
You
but
did,
thank
so
you for
you
popping
can
by.
flick back.
Yeah.
Flick back, Marley.
Yes, yes. But he's specifically talking about, I guess, John Voight's depiction of FDR in Pearl Harbor, which
Yes,
I
okay.
don't remember being terrible. So yes, yes. Then we have your favorite sports romance movie. And the Lily Mustang, she says, "Bend it like Beckham." Like that's a
Okay,
good
Lily
pick.
Mustang, thank you. That's
Yes,
a great
yes.
one.
A great pick for sure. I love Bend It Like Beckham. And then we
I
have
like David
our
Beckham, and also Bend It Like Beckham.
yes. And then we have our final question of the day. What's your favorite movie where a character is alone in space? And Alejandro Hernandez says Moon is really, really good. I'm surprised we didn't get more Moon. I've seen that once. I think it's the um
Is it the Sam Rockwell one?
yes, yes. Yeah, I believe it's the Sam Rockwell one. And I remember really enjoying it. Definitely one I want to revisit. But yeah, I
I
thought I
don't
would
think
hear
I've
that
seen
one
the
more.
movie.
I think I remember that it was really good. So, I think you would like it.
There we go. Very nice.
Yes.
Look at
That's
that. Another
it.
epic questions special that it was. Very
Yes.
fun to do it as a live
Yeah.
stream. I'm not sure if the Instagram live situation did work, as I
Ever
said
happened.
before.
Yeah.
I maybe not. Who knows? But it certainly worked on YouTube, hasn't it? So that was
Yes.
very nice. Thank you to those people who did show up in the chat today to give us a little bit of a
Yeah.
conversation and an
Yes.
interaction. That's always delightful. I think we might try again with another live stream next month, Janine. This was a great
Yes.
shout. Eric Monroe's dropped in
Eric.
at the end as well.
Yay. Our equal
Very
opportunity
nice.
answerer who's on all of the socials, which we love.
Yes. We won't bother. Crazy One says do this every month. Yeah, I think this was a
Okay.
good shout
Yeah,
to
we'll
do.
test
I
run.
really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
As we say, if you did miss anything, this will be going up on the main podcast feed in a couple of days' time anyway. So you can still watch it here if you want to watch it here. But of course, if you are, a typically audio listener, you can go, and you did miss anything, do go over there and check that out. Obviously, subscribe, ding your notification bell on the YouTube channel that you are on at the moment. Subscribe to the main It's a Wonderful Podcast feed, wherever you get your podcasts for the main show, celebrating old movies every Friday. For Morgan hasn't seen, for our TV-based things, diving into Doctor Who and discovering Dawson's Creek at the moment. All the socials, Patreon links, donation links are down below in the description. They've also been scrolling down at the bottom of the screen all episode long.
Yes.
So if you aren't listening on the later produced or later released audio version, you will have seen that. But thank you again very much, everyone, for coming to join us on this stream. This has been delightful, Janine.
Yes, I'm really digging this. Maybe, we might do this every month. It'll be really fun.
Yes, absolutely. That does, of course, leave us only one thing left to do. And as we always do on the question specials, Janine, in your most excited, grateful, celebratory way, count us out.
3, 2, 1.
Bye. Yeah. Boom.